brief, Friar Francis, only to the plain form of marriage, and you shall recount their particular duties afterwards.
You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady?
No.
To be married to her, Friar, you come to marry her.
Ah, lady, you come hither to marry this count?
I do.
If either of you know of any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, I charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any, count?
I dare make his answer. None.
What men dare do, what men may do, what men daily do not knowing what they do.
How now, interjections? Why then some be of laughing, such as
Stand thee by, friar. Father, would you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid your daughter?
As freely, son, as God did give her me.
And what have I to give you back whose worth may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, you learn me noble thankfulness. There, Leonardo, take her back again! Oh, give not this rotten orange to your friend. She is but the sign and semblance of her honor. Behold how like a maid she blushes here, what authority and cunning sin can cover itself withal. Would you not swear, all you that see her, that she were made by these exterior shows? But she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married, not to knit my soul to an approved wanton.
My lord, if you and your own proof have vanquished the resistance of her youth and made defiant her virginity.
Know what you will say. If I had loved her, you will say she did embrace me as a husband. So extenuate the forehead and sin. No, Leonardo! I never tempted her with word too large, but as a brother to her sister, show calmly love and bashful sincerity.
And seemed I ever otherwise to you?
Out on thee seeming, all right against it! You seem to me as a dean in her orb, as chaste as the blood ere it be blown, but you are more intrepid in your blood than Venus or those pampered animals that rave in savage sensuality.
Is my lord well that he doth speak so wide?
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak? I stand dishonored to have gone about to link my dear friend with the common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Sir, these things are spoken and these things are true. This looks not like a nuptial.
Oh, God.
Leonardo, stand not I here? Is this not the prince's brother? Is this face not hero's? Are our eyes not our own?
All this is so, but what of this, my
Let
lord?
me raise but one question to your daughter, and by that fatherly and kindly power you have within her, bid her answer truly.
I charge thee do so, as thou art my child.
Oh, God, defend me. How am I beset? What kind of catechizing call you this?
To make you answer truly to your name.
Is it not Hero? Who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Marry that can, hero. Hero itself can blot out hero's virtue. Now what man was talked with you yesterday outside your windowsill betwixt 12 and 1? Now if you are a maid, answer to this.
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Why then are you no maiden? Look, Leonardo, I'm sorry you must hear, but upon mine honor, my brother and this grieved count did see her, hear her, at that hour last night, talk with a ruffian at her chamber window, who hath indeed like a most liberal villain confessed their vile encounters 1,000 times in secret.
Fie, these things are not to be named, not to be spoken of. There is not chastity enough in language without offense to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy much misgovernment.
Hero, what a hero hast thou been if half thy hour graces have been placed upon thy thoughts and counsels of thy heart. But fare thee well, most foul, most fair. Farewell, thou pure and piety and impious purity. For thee I'll lock up all gates of love, and on my eyelids shall conjecture hang to turn all beauty into thoughts of harm. Never shall it be more gracious.
Let no man's dagger here a point for me.
Why not? Cousin, we're forcing you down.
Come, let us go. These things come thus to light smother her spirits up.
How doth the lady?
Dead? I think. Help! Uncle! Hero! Why, Hero? Uncle! Signor Benedict! Friar!
Faith, take not away thy heavy hand. Death is the fairest cover for her shame that may be wished for.
Oh, why, how now, cousin?
Have comfort, lady.
Dost thou look up?
Yea, where Wherefore should she not?
Wherefore? Why not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Can she here deny the story that is printed in her blood? Do not live, hero, do not ope thine eyes, for if I thought thou wouldst not quickly die, I would by the rearward of reproaches strike at thy life. Grieved, I had but one. Why had I one? Why ever wast thou lovely in my eyes? Why had I not with charitable hand took up a beggar's issue at my gates? Who smirched thus and mired by infamy, I might have said, no part of this is mine. This shame derives itself from unknown loins. But mine. Mine that I loved, mine that I praised, mine that I was proud on. Mine so much that I myself was to myself not mine, valuing of her. Oh, she is fallen into a pit of ink that the wide sea hath drops too few to wash her clean again, and salt too little to give season to her foul, tainted flesh.
Sir, be patient. For my part, I'm so attired in wonder I know not what to say.
Oh, on my soul, my cousin is belied!
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not, but although until last night I have this 12-month been her bedfellow.
Confirmed! Confirmed! That is stronger maid which was before barred with ribs of iron, where the two princes lie. And would Claudio lie, who loved her so that, speaking of her foulness, washed it with tears? Hence from her, let her die.
Hear me a little, for I have only silent been so long, and given way unto this course of fortune. By noting of the lady, I have marked 1,000 blushing aberrations to start into her face. 1,000 innocent shames and angel whiteness beat away those blushes. And in her eye there hath appeared a fire to burn the errors that these princes hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool. Trust not my readings nor my observations, which with experimental seal doth warrant the tenor of my book. Trust not my age, reverence, calling, nor divinity, if this sweet maiden lie not guiltless here under some biting error.
Friar, it cannot be. Thou seest that all the grace that she hath left is that she will not add to her damnation. A sin of perjury, she not denies it. Why seekest thou to cover with excuse that which appears in proper nakedness?
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here the prince is left for dead. Let her a while be secretly kept in, and publish it that she is dead indeed. Maintain a mourning ostentation, and honor your family's old monument, hang mournful epitaphs, and do all rites that appertain unto a burial.
What will become of this? What will this do?
Mary, this well carried out shall on her behalf change slander to remorse. That is some good. But not for that dream I on this strange course, but on this travail look for greater birth. She, dying, as it must so be maintained, upon the instant that she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused of every hearer. For it so falls out that what we have we prize not for the worth whilst we enjoy it, but in being lacked and lost. Why then we reck the value. Then we find the virtue that possession did not show us whilst it was ours. So will it fare with Claudio. When he shall hear that she hath died upon his words, the idea of her life shall sweetly creep into his study of imagination, and every lovely organ shall come apparelled in more precious habit, more moving, delicate, and full of life into the eye and prospect of his soul than when she had lived indeed. Let this be so, and doubt not but success will fashion the event in better shape than I could lay down.
Leonardo, let the friar advise you in this. And though you know my inwardness and love are very much unto the prince and Claudio, yet by mine honor, I shall deal in this as secretly and justly as your soul should your body.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine may weep.
'Tis well consented. Presently away, for to strange sores strangely they strain the cure. The lady must die to live. Perhaps this wedding day is but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
All this while,
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wrong.
Ah, how much might the man deserve of me that would write her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way. But no such friend.
May a man do?
Strange is the thing I know not. It were it possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I'm sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
Will you not eat your word?
With no sauce that can be devised to it. I protest, I love thee.
Why then? God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
You have saved me in a happy hour. I was about to protest I loved you.
And do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Farewell.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
I am gone, though I am here. There is no love in you, nay, I pray you, let me go.
Beatrice.
In faith, I will go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy?
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height, a villain that hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man! What? Bear her in hands until they come to take hands, and then, with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor, oh God, that I were a man! I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hear me, Beatrice.
Talk with a man out at a window, a proper saying.
Nay, but Beatrice.
Sweet hero, she is wronged, she is slandered, she is undone.
Beatrice.
Princes and counties, surely a princely testimony, a goodly count, a count confident, a sweet gallant, surely. Oh God, that I were a man for his sake! Or that I had any friend would be a man for my sake! But manhood is melted into curtsies, valor into compliments, and men are only turned into tongue and trim ones too. He is now as valiant as Hercules, who only tells a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore, I will die, a woman while grieving.
Tarry, good Beatrice. By this hand I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it.
Think you in your soul the Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough! I'm engaged. I will challenge you. I will kiss your hand, and so I leave you. By this hand Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead, and so farewell.
Has our whole assembly appeared?
A stool in question for the sexton.
And which be the malefactors? Mary, that am I, and my partner.
Nay, that's certain. We have the exhibition to examine.
Which are the offenders that are to be examined? Let them come before Master Constable. Yeah, Mary, let them come before me. What is your name, friend?
Horatio.
Pray right down, Horatio. And yours, sirrah?
I am a gentleman, sir, and my name is Conrad.
Write down, Master Gentleman Conrad. Masters, do you serve God?
Yea, sir, we hope.
Write down that they hope they serve God, and write God first, for God defend but go before such villains. Masters, it is proven already you are little better than false knaves, and it will go near to be thought so shortly. How answer you for yourselves?
Marry, sir, we say we are not.
Marvelous witty fellow, I assure you. But I will go about with him. Come you hither, sirrah. A word in your ear. Sir, I say to you, it is thought you are false knaves.
Sir, I say to you, we are none.
Well, stand aside. For God, they're both in a tale. Have you been down there, none?
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch that are their accusers.
Yeah. Mary, that's the eftest way. Let the watch come forth. Masters, I charge you in the prince's name. Accuse these men.
This man said, sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Write down Prince John a villain. Oh. Why, that is flat perjury. To call a prince's brother villain.
Master Constable.
I pray thee, fellow peace. I do not like thy look, I promise thee.
What heard you him say else?
Mary, that he had received 1,000 ducats of Don John for accusing the lady hero wrongfully.
Flat burglaries was ever committed.
Yea, by mass, that it is.
What else, fellow?
And that Count Claudio did mean, upon his word, to disgrace Hero before the whole assembly and not marry
Oh,
her.
villain, thou will be condemned into everlasting redemption for this.
What else?
This is all.
This is more, masters, than you can deny. Prince John is this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, in this very manner refused, and upon the grief of this suddenly died. Master Constable, have these men bound and brought before Leonardo. I will go before and deliver him their examination.
Come, let them be opinions.
Let them be in hands!
Off, coxcomb! That's my life. Where's the sexton?
Let him right down, Princess Officer Coxcomb!
Come, bind them down, naughty varlet! Away! You are an ass! You're an ass! Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my years? Oh, that he were here to write me down an ass. But masters, remember that I am an ass! Though it be not written down yet. Remember that I am an ass. No. Thou villain! Thou art full of piety, as shall be proved upon thee by God witness! No! I am a wise fellow, and which is more an officer, and which is more a householder, and which is more as pretty a piece of flesh as any is in Messina. And a fellow that knows the law go to, and a rich fellow enough, and a fellow that had losses, and a fellow with 2 gowns, and everything handsome about him. Oh, bring them away. Oh, that I had been written down an ass.
If you go on thus, you will kill yourself,
and 'tis not wisdom thus to sentence grief against yourself.
I pray thee, cease thy counsel, which falls on mine ears as profitless as water in a sieve. Give not me counsel, nor let no comforter delight mine ear, but one whose wrongs do suit with mine. Bring me a father who so loved his child, whose joy of her is overwhelmed like mine, and bid him speak of patience. Measure his woe the length and breadth of mine, and let it answer every strain for strain, as thus for thus, and such a grief for such, in every lineament, branch, shape, and form. If such a one will smile and stroke his beard, bid sorrow wag, cry hem when he should groan, patch grief with proverbs, make misfortune drunk with candle wasters, bring him yet to me, and I of him will gather patience. But there is no such man, for brother men can counsel and speak comfort to that grief which they themselves not feel. Their counsel turns to passion, which before would give perceptial medicine to rage, fetter strong madness in a silken thread, charm ache with air and agony with words. No, 'tis all men's office to speak patience to those that wring under the load of sorrow, but no man's virtue nor sufficiency to be so moral when he should endure the like himself. Therefore give not me counsel, my griefs cry louder than advertisement.
Wherein do men from children nothing differ?
I pray thee, peace, for I will be flesh and blood. There was never yet philosopher that can endure the toothache patiently, however they have written the style of gods and made a push at chance and sufferance.
Yet bend not all the harm upon yourself. Make those that do offend you suffer too.
Now there thou speakest reason, nay, I will do so. My soul doth tell me Hero was belied. That shall Claudio know, and the princes, and all those that thus dishonor her.
Here comes the prince, and Claudio hastily.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good day to both of you.
Hear you, my lords.
We have some haste, Leonardo.
Some haste, my lords. Well, fare thee well, my lords. Are you so hasty now? Well, all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man.
If he could right himself with quarreling, some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs him?
Mary, thou dost wrong me, thou dissembler thou. Nay, never lay thy hand upon thy sword. I fear thee not.
Mary, beshrew my head if it should give your age such cause of fear. In faith, my hand meant nothing to my sword.
Tush, man. Never fleer nor jest at me. I speak not like a daughter nor a fool under privilege of age to brag what I have done being young, or what I would do were I not old. No, Claudio, to thy head, thou hast so wronged my child and me that I am forced to lay my reverence by, and with grey hairs and bruise of many days do challenge thee to trial of a man. I say, thou hast belied mine innocent child. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lays buried with her ancestors. Oh, in a tomb where scandal never slept, save for hers framed by thy villainy.
My villainy!
Thine, Claudio, thine!
You say not right, old man.
My lord, I'll prove it on his body if he dare. 'Tis by his nice fence and his active practice, his May of youth and bloom of lust.
Away, I'm not to do with you!
Canst thou so daff me? Thou hast killed my child. If thou killest me, boy, thou shalt kill a man.
He shall kill two of us, and men indeed, but that's no matter. Let him kill one first. Win me, and wear me. Let him answer me. Come, follow me, boy. Come, sir boy, follow me. Sir boy, I'll whip you from your pointing fence, nay, as I'm a gentleman, I will.
Brother Anthony.
Content yourself. God knows I loved my niece, and she is dead. Slandered to death by villains that dare as well answer a man indeed, as I dare take a serpent by the tongue. Boys, apes, braggarts, jacks, milksops.
Brother Anthony.
Hold you content. What, man? I know them, yea, and what they weigh, even to the utmost scruple. Scambling, outfacing, fashion-monging boys that lie and cog and flout, deprave and slander, go answerfully and show outward hideousness, and speak off half a dozen dangerous words, what they might do to their enemies, if they durst, and this is all.
But brother Anthony.
Come, 'tis no matter. Do not you meddle. Let me deal in this.
Gentlemen both, I will not wake your patience. Look, my heart is sorry for your daughter's sins, but upon mine honor, she was charged with nothing but was true and very full of proof.
My lord, my lord!
I will not hear you.
No. Come, brother. Away. I will be heard.
And shall, for some of us were smart for it.
See, here comes a man we went to see.
And now, Signor, what news?
Good day, my lord.
Welcome, senor. You almost came in time to part a fray.
We'd like to have our two noses snapped off by two old men without teeth.
Leonardo and his brother. What thinkest thou? Had we fought, I doubt that we should have been too young for them.
In a false quarrel, there is no true valor. I came to seek you both.
We've been up and down to seek thee, for we are high-proof melancholy and would fain have it beaten away. Will thou use thy wits?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Dost thou wear thy wits by thy side?
Never any have, though very many have been beside their wits. I will bid thee, draw as we do the minstrels. Draw to pleasure us.
As I am an honest man, he looks pale. Art thou sick or angry?
What courage, man. Let no care kill the cat. Thou hast metal in thee enough to kill care.
Sir, I shall meet with your wit in the career, and you charge it against me. I pray you, choose another subject.
Nay, then give him another staff. The last one's broke cross.
Oh, by this light he changes more and more. I think he'd be angry indeed.
If he be, he knows how to turn his girdle.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
God bless me from a challenge.
You are a villain. I jest not. I will make good how you dare, with what you dare, when you dare. Do right by me, or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you.
Well, I will meet thee so I may have good cheer.
What's a feast? A feast!
In faith I thank him. He hath me to a capstead and a capon, in which if I do not carve most curiously, say my knife's not, shall not find a woodcock too.
Sir, your wit ambles well. It goes easily.
I tell thee how Beatrice praised thy wit the other day. I said, thou hast a fine wit. True, she said, a fine little one. Nay, said I, a great one. Right, she said, a great gross one. Nay, said I, a good one. Sure, she said, he hurts nobody. Nay, said I, the gentleman is wise. Just, she said, a wise gentleman. Nay, said I, he hath the tugs. That I believe, she said, for he swore a thing to me on Monday that he forswore on Tuesday. That's a double tongue, there's two tongues. And thus did she transshape thy particular virtues and concluded with the sign that thou wast the properest man in Italy.
For the which she wept heartily and said she cared not.
Hey, that she did indeed. And if she did not hate him deadly, she would love him dearly. Old man's daughter told us all.
All, and moreover, God saw him when he was hid in the garden.
Oh, but when shall we set the savage bull's horns on the sensible Benedict's head?
Yea, it text underneath, here dwells Benedict, the married man.
Fare you well, boy. You know my mind. I will leave you now to your gossip-like humor. You break jests as braggarts do their blades, which, God be thanked, hurt not. My lord, for your many courtesies I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother the bastard has fled from Messina. For my lord Lackbeard there, he and I shall meet. Till then, peace be with him.
He's in earnest,
Most profound earnest, and I warn you for the love of Beatrice.
and hath challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
What a pretty thing man is when he goes to his doublet and hose and leaves off his wit.
He is not a giant to such an ape, but there's an ape adopted to such a man.
But soft you, let me be. Pluck out my heart and don't be sad. Did he not say my brother was fled?
Come you, sir. If justice cannot tame you, she shall narrow away more reasons in her balance. Nay, you, be a cursed hypocrite once you must be looked to.
How now? To all my brother's men bound? Ratio 1?
Hearken after offense, my lord.
Officers, what offense have these men done?
Marry, sir, they have committed false report. Moreover, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanders. Sixth and lastly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
Firstly, I ask thee what's their offense. Thirdly, what they have done. Sixth and lastly, why they are committed. And to conclude, we'll lay you to their charge.
Rightly reasoned, and in his own division, and by my troth there's one meaning well suited.
Masters, who have you offended that you're thus bound to your answer? This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What's your offense?
Sweet prince, let me go no farther to mine answer. Do you hear me, and let this count kill me? For what these shallow fools have brought to light in the night when they heard me confessing to this man how your brother, Don John, incensed me to slander the Lady Hero. How you were brought into the orchard and saw me court Margaret in Hero's garments, and how you disgraced Hero when you should have married her. By, Don John and my false accusations.
Is this not like iron for thy blood? My brother set thee on this.
Yea, and paid me richly for the practice of it.
He's composed and framed of treachery, and fled is he upon this villainy.
Sweet hero, now thy image doth appear in the rare semblance that I loved at first.
Come, bring away the plaintiffs. By this time, our sexton hath reformed Señor Leonardo's the man. And masters, do not forget to specify when time and place shall serve. Then I am an ass!
Here comes Master Lenore Leonardo and the sexton too.
Which is the villain? Let me see his eyes, that when I note another man like him, I may avoid him. Which of these is he?
If you would know you're wrong, or look on me.
Art thou the slave? Thy breath hath killed my innocent child. And a pair of honorable men. A third is fled that had handed it. I thank you, princes, for my daughter's death. Record it with your high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done, if you bethink you of it.
Sir, I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose me to whatever penance your invention can lay upon my sin, yet sinned I not but in mistaking.
By my soul, nor I. Yet to satisfy this good old man, I would bend under any heavy weight he'll enjoin me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray, possess the people of Messina here how innocent she died. And if your love can labor aught in sad invention, hang an epitaph upon her tomb and sing it to her bones. Sing it tonight. Tomorrow, come you to my house. And since you could not be my son, be yet my nephew. My brother hath a daughter, almost the copy of my child that's dead. Give him the right you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
Noble sir, your overkindness doth wring tears from me. I do embrace your offer, and dispose for henceforth of poor Claudio.
Tomorrow then I will expect your coming. Tonight I take my leave. This foul man shall face to face be brought to Margaret, who I believe was packed in all of this wrongdoing, hired to it by your brother.
No, by my soul she was not, nor knew what she did when she spoke to me, but hath always been just and virtuous in anything that I do know by her.
Moreover, sir, which indeed is beyond white and black, I pray you, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me ass. I beseech you, let it be remembered in his punishment. Also, the watch heard them talk of one deformed. They say he wears a key in his ear and a lock hanging by it, and borrows money in God's name, the like which he hath used so long and never paid, that men grow hard-hearted and will have nothing for God's sake. I pray you, examine him on this.
I thank thee for thy care and honest pains.
Your worship speaks like a most thankful and reverent youth, and I praise God for you.
Yeah, that's for thy pains.
God save the foundation.
Go. I discharge thee of thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
I leave an errant knave with your worship, which I beseech your worship to correct yourself for the example of others. God keep your worship. I wish your worship well. God restore you to health. I humbly give you leave to depart. And if a merry meeting be wished, God prohibit it. Come, neighbor.
Tomorrow morning, lords. Farewell.
We will not fail you.
Tonight, I will mourn with Hero.
Bring you these fellows on. We'll talk with Margaret, how her acquaintance grew with this lewd fellow.
thee, sweet Mistress Margaret, deserve well at my hand by helping me to the speech of Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
In so high a style, Margaret, that no man living shall come over it. For a most comely truth thou deservest it.
To have no man come over me? Shall I always keep below the stairs?
Thy wit is as quick as a greyhound's mouth, it catches.
Aw, and yours is still as the fencer's spoils, which hit but not hurt.
A most manly wit, Margaret. It will not hurt a woman. And so I pray thee, call Beatrice. I give thee the bucklers.
Give us the swords, we have bucklers of our own.
If you use them, Margaret, you must put in the pikes for the vice, and they are dangerous weapons for maids.
I will fetch thee, Beatrice, who I think hath legs.
And therefore will come. And knows me, and knows me. How pitiful I deserve. I mean, it's singing. But in loving. Leander, the good swimmer, Troiler, the first employer of panders, and a whole book full of these quantum carpet-mongerers whose names run yet smoothly in the even road of a blank verse. Why, they were never so truly turned over and over as my poor self in love. Mary, I cannot show it in rhyme. I have tried. I can find no rhyme for lady, but baby, an innocent rhyme. For scorn, horn, a hard rhyme. For school, fool, a babbling rhyme. Very ominous endings. No, I was not born under a rhyming planet, nor I cannot woo in festival terms. Sweet Beatrice, didst thou come when I called thee?
Yea, Signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay, Matilda.
That is spoken, fare you well now. And yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came, which is knowing what hath passed between you and Claudia.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is foul wind, and foul wind is foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast frighted the word out of his right sense, so forcible is thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must shortly hear from him, or I will subscribe him a coward. And I pray thee now tell me, for which of my bad parts didst thou first fall in love with me?
For them all together, which maintain so politic a state of evil that they would not admit any good parts to intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love from me?
Suffer love, a good epithet. I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart, if you spite it for my sake, I'll spite it for yours, for I will never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably.
It appears not in this confession. There is not one wise man among 20 who will praise himself.
An old instance, Beatrice, that lived in the time of good neighbors. If a man do not erect in this age his own tomb ere he dies, he shall live no longer in monument than the bell rings and the widow weeps.
And how long is that, think you?
Question. Why, an hour in clamor and a quarter in room. Therefore is it most expedient for the wise, if his conscience find no impediment to the contrary, to be the trumpet of his own virtues, as I am to myself. So much for praising myself, who, I myself will bear witness, is praiseworthy. And now tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and man. There will I leave you too, for here comes one in haste.
Madam, you must go to your uncle. Yonder's old coil at home. It is proven my lady hero hath been falsely abused. The prince and Claudio mightily abused, and Don John is the author of all who is fled and gone. Will you come presently?
Will you go hear this news, Signor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thy eyes. And moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle.
Okay.
to death by slanderous tongues is the hero that here lies. Death in guerdon of her wrongs gives her fame which never dies. So the life that died with shame gives her death and glorious fame. Hang thou there upon thy tomb, praising you when I am dumb. Now, music sound and sing their solemn hymn. Night, those that slew thy virgin night, for the which with songs of woe round about her tomb they go. Midnight, assist our moan, hell bust to sigh and groan, heavily, heavily, graves yawn and yield your dead, till death be unheard. Will I do this right?
Tomorrow, masters, put out your torches for the wolves of prey. It's a gentle day before the wheels of Phoebus. Round about the dapples and drowsy east, spots of gray. Thanks for y'all. Fare you well.
Good morrow, masters. Each his several way.
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
I saw the Prince and Claudia who accused her upon the errors which you heard debated. Margaret was in some fault for this, but against her will as it appears.
Well, I am glad all things sort so well.
And so am I, being else by faith and forced to call young Claudio to a reckoning for it.
Well then, daughter, and you gentlemen all, withdraw into a chamber by yourselves, and when I send for thee, come hither masked. The Prince and Claudio promised to meet with me by this hour. You know your office, brother. You must be father to your brother's daughter, and give her to young Claudio.
Which I will do with confirmed countenance.
Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, Signor?
To bind me. Or undo me, one of them. Signor Leonardo, truth it is, good signor. Your niece does regard me with an eye of favor.
That I my daughter lent her. 'Tis most true.
And I do with an eye of love requite her.
The sight whereof I think you had from me, from the Prince and Claudio. But what's your will?
Your answer, sir, is enigmatical. But for my will is that your good will may stand with ours, to be conjoined this day in the state of honorable marriage, in which, good friar, I shall desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
In my help. Here come the Prince and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. I trust you are yet determined to marry with my brother's daughter.
Yes, my lord.
Call her forth, brother. The friar is ready.
Good morrow, Benedict. What's the matter that you hold such a February face so full of frost, storm, and cloudiness?
I think he thinks upon the savage bull. Tush, fear not, man. We'll tip thy horns with gold, and all Europa shall rejoice at thee. As once Europa did at lusty Jove, when he would play the noble beast in love.
Bold Jove, sir, had an amiable low, and some such strange bull leapt your father's cow and got a calf in the same noble feat, much like to you, for you are just in his bleat.
For this I owe you. But here come other reckonings. Which is the lady I may seize upon?
This same is she, and I do give you her.
Why then, she is mine. Sweet, let me see your face.
No. No. That you shall not do until you stand before this friar and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand before this holy friar. I am your husband, if you like of me. Another hero!
Nothing certainer. One hero died defiled, but I do live. And surely as I live, I am a maid.
A former hero? The hero that is dead!
She died, my lord, but whilst her slander lived.
All this amazement can I qualify, when after that the holy rites have ended, I'll tell you largely of fair hero's death. Meantime, let wonder seem familiar.
Do you love me?
Why, no. No more than reason.
Why then, your uncle and the Prince and Claudio have been deceived. They swore you did.
Do not you love me?
Troth, no. No more than reason.
Why, then my cousin Margaret and Ursula are much deceived, for they did swear you did.
They swore you were almost sick for me.
They swore that you were well nigh dead for me.
'Tis no such matter. Then you do not love me.
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin, I am sure you love the gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her. For here is a letter written in his own hand, a halting song of his own pure brain, fashioned to Beatrice.
And here's another, written by cousin's hand, sealed in her pocket, containing her affection unto Benedict.
A miracle. Here's our own hands against our hearts. Come, I will have thee. But by this light, I take thee for pity.
I would not deny you, but by this good day, I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Peace, I will stop your mouth.
How dost thou, Benedict, the married man?
I'll tell thee what, Prince. A college of witcrackers cannot flout me of my humor. Dost thou think I care for a satire or an epigram? No. In time, the savage bull doth... No. In time, the savage bull doth bear the yoke, and so may the sensible Benedict. For thy part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee, but in that thou art like to be my kinsman, live unbruised and love my cousin.
I had hoped I was to deny Beatrice, some had to cudgel thee out of thy single life to make thee a double dealer, which I don't question thou wilt be. My cousin do not look exceedingly narrowly onto thee.
Come, come, we are friends. Let's have a dance ere we are married, to lighten our own hearts and our wives' heels.
We'll have dancing afterwards.
First of my ward. Therefore play, music. Prince, thou art sad. Get thee a wife, get thee a wife. There is no staff more reverend than that tipped with horn.
My lord, your brother John is ta'en in flight and brought with armed men back to Messina.
Think not on him till tomorrow. I shall devise thee brave punishments for him. Strike up, pipers.
production. I'm also the artistic director of Florida Players. But I just want to thank everyone, cast and crew, for all the hard work they put into this production. And I also want to thank you guys for coming out, seeing and supporting. This is how we get to do what we do. Without like your donations and your support, like we wouldn't be able to do this at all. I just want to thank them again. Shakespeare is very difficult to do, and I feel like they did such a good job. I am so beyond proud of them, and
What the hell? What? You say hi!
Like, girl, you were phenomenal.
Did y'all like? Did you guys get it? Yeah. I